Willkommen and welcome back to a new lesson. I'm Taya and I'm going to be your teacher for today. So, let's start. Our lesson for today will only have exercises for you to make sure that the last couple of lessons we had are completely understandable. And if there are some exercises that you don't fully understand, I would recommend for you to go back and see the last couple of lessons. And then come again and try to solve those questions. So, let's start. For this exercise, try to translate the sentences. Pizza is better than rice. Cats are as intelligent as dogs. My apartment is bigger than yours. The club is more expensive than the pub. Take your time, see if you remember all the words, and try to build a sentence step by step. So, let's go through the sentences together. The first sentence was, pizza is better than rice. The German translation is, Pizza ist besser als Reis. That one wasn't that complicated, right? The second sentence, cats are as intelligent as dogs. The translation is, Katzen sind genauso intelligent wie Hunde. As intelligent as dogs, genauso intelligent wie Hunde. The third sentence, my apartment is bigger than yours. The correct answer is, meine Wohnung ist größer als deine. Meine Wohnung ist größer als deine. And you have to add the E at the end of deine because Wohnung is a feminine word. Die Wohnung. Makes sense, right? And finally, the club is more expensive than the pub. In German you would say, der Club ist teurer als der Pub. I guess this sentence also makes sense. How are we doing so far? Try to answer this question. Was war Ihr Lieblingsfach in der Schule? Und was mögen Sie nicht? I'm using Sie and ihr as a form of respect. and that's why they are written with capital letters. So, try to translate the questions and answer them in German. A possible answer would be: Mein Lieblingsfach war Geschichte. Ich habe Mathe nicht gemocht. My favorite subject was history. I didn't like math. We use war because we are talking about something that happened in the past. And the same thing goes with habe gemocht. I liked. Let's continue with something less complicated. Simply try to translate those words. Let's see if you've got the right answers. Starting with wedding. Wedding is Hochzeit. Hochzeit. Which could be translated into the upper time. I don't think it actually makes sense, but it is what it is. Funeral is Beerdigung. Beerdigung. And yes, you do actually pronounce the word with two E's. Beerdigung. Birthday is Geburtstag. Geburtstag. Don't forget the S between the two T's. Anniversary, Jahrestag. Jahrestag. And finally, Christmas is Weihnachten. Weihnachten. So far, so good. Now, try to translate the sentence. Your favorite subject at school was science. Our teacher was great and I loved her lessons. The right answer would be: Dein Lieblingsfach in der Schule war Naturwissenschaften. Unsere Lehrerin war super und ich habe ihren Unterricht geliebt. Again. Dein Lieblingsfach in der Schule war Naturwissenschaften. If you wrote Naturwissenschaft, that's also okay, don't worry about it. Unsere Lehrerin, because we are talking about a teacher who is a woman, that's why we add in at the end. War super. Und ich habe ihren Unterricht geliebt. The reason why you have to write ihren is a bit complicated for now, so leave it to the next course and we are going to discuss it by then. Back to the questions. Was ist der schlechteste Film, den Sie je gesehen haben? Je means ever. Now try to translate the question and then answer it. Try to add some details as well. My own answer is: Der schlechteste Film, den ich je gesehen habe, war eine romantische Komödie. Es war nicht lustig. Again. Der schlechteste Film, den ich je gesehen habe, war eine romantische Komödie. Es war nicht lustig. The last sentence means it wasn't funny. Now try to choose the right answer. And take your time, think about it. Ich war or bin vor 2 Jahren in London. Der Film hat or ist sehr gut. Ich habe 3 Hausübungen gemacht or geschrieben. Ich habe or bin Salsa am Montag und am Freitag getanzt. So now let's compare our answers together. The first sentence: Ich war vor 2 Jahren in London. I was in London 2 years ago. I think this sentence actually does make sense when you only say was, right? Der Film ist sehr gut. Again, it only makes sense if you choose ist. Ich habe 3 Hausübungen geschrieben. It does make sense if you said gemacht, but technically you are writing a homework. So you say geschrieben. But if you said gemacht, it's not actually completely wrong. And finally, ich bin Salsa am Montag und am Freitag getanzt. As you know, getanzt comes from the verb tanzen, which means to dance. And to dance is a verb that is full of movement, right? And because of this, you actually have to use sein when you want to say the verb in the past. So sein would be bin and not habe. Now, wie hast du deinen letzten Geburtstag gefeiert? Translate the question and try to answer it. You don't have to write long and complicated sentences. But still, try to mention some details. A possible answer would be: Ich habe meinen letzten Geburtstag mit all meinen Freunden gefeiert. Wir sind in ein Restaurant gegangen und haben spät gegessen. I celebrated my last birthday with all my friends. We went to a restaurant and ate late. In case you have some mistakes, like a missing N and missing E, that's okay. The main goal of this course is to help you start building sentences. They don't have to be all perfect and correct all the time. This is only the first step. Believe me, you are going to get better with time and practice. And that was it. That was the end of our lesson for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learned. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.